Have you ever been in a relationship and you had a breakup? And when you guys are broken up, you broke up on conflicts. Not peacefully, but conflicts. If you've been in a relationship and you broke up through conflicts, this video is for you. So there are things, there are mistakes that is being done during breakup that is not necessary. That's supposed not to be so. So at the end of this video, you're going to know the mistakes you to avoid during breakup, during and after breakup. So there are a lot of mistakes that people in relationship do that doesn't necessarily matter. It shouldn't occur. When you want to break up, you break up peacefully. Okay, this is not working out for us. Look, because of this, because of that, let everyone go his or her way. So in that way, there is understanding between the both parties here. So you don't break up because of conflict. No, you break up for a reason. Look, this is not working. Look, we are not thinking the way I think. The direction we are going is not the direction I'm going. So because of that, let's call it a quits. Let's just move our separate ways. In that way, you avoid conflicts. So once there is conflict during breakup, it can cause a lot of things. Maybe one party can plan evil for the other person, which is supposed not to arise. So there is need for you to break up peacefully. If you know that the relationship is not working, you've talked about it, there is peaceful resolution, you've talked about it to him or her, but it's not working. He or she refused to change. He or she refused to work towards what you want. That is when the two parties involved are not communicating properly. When the communication is not there, there is nothing that you will say that he will hear. So there is need for you to break up peacefully. Avoiding conflicts here matters, because you don't know how the other person feel. If you want to break up with conflict, it's not good. You want to pick a point. You want to have something to hold him or her with before you just left him or her. It is not proper. You have to talk to him. You have to talk to her. Look, do you still want this relationship? Look at what you are doing that I don't like. I don't like how you are behaving. I don't like this idea of you. Can you work towards it? When the party involved here is said no, that he or she is not going to work towards it. So there is no need for you to continue. There is no need for you to separate with conflicts. So avoiding conflicts will help you, because a lot of people can't take heartbreak lightly. There are a lot of people that can go to some extent to give the other person injury just because the person left them. So there is need for communication here. There is need for heart-to-heart communication. Look, see the reason I'm going to leave, because if I keep on staying, I'm not going to be happy in this relationship. So let's just quit and go our separate way in peace. So in that way, you are avoiding stress. You are avoiding conflicts. So be open. Be open. Communicate with your partner the reason why you want to leave. The reason why you cannot be with him or her again. You don't just break someone's heart and move on. You don't just do it because you want to do it. That is not healthy, because it can cause problem in the future for you or the person you want to be with in the future, because there are a lot of things that are happening in our days today that is not proper. It's something that you should have talked with the person, because there is a case of a lady that spent all her earnings, to see that the guy she was dating traveled abroad. And at the end of the day, the guy made it. And this lady was waiting, rejecting other people that are coming to her. asking for her hand in marriage. She was there waiting for this guy, hoping that he will come back and do the needful for them to get married. At the end of the day, this man came back and went ahead to propose to another lady. Even the reason why he came was just to get married to the lady he was now dating, not informing the other person. He didn't even tell the person, the lady that is waiting for him all these years, the lady that spent for him, that see him through school, that saw him, when he traveled, helped him in everything. He now came back to be with another person. He now came back to wed the other person. You see? And unfortunately, this lady had or saw, not had the information that the guy was around. They're planning marriage with another woman, so dates. At the end of the day, this lady called up us because of the heartbreak, because of how in tears, she was so down. She now came to that wedding arena and stopped the wedding, causing violence with the people that came with her. People, God's angel, even the guy himself, the lady that married, she didn't even know that this guy was even committed with another woman. The guy didn't even tell the lady that she's getting married to. So you see the type of violence this, because of this, he failed to be open to this lady. You see what he now caused. It brings violence. It brings conflicts. So there is need for you to have an openness. Communicate with him or her the reason why you want to leave that relationship. The reason why you will not continue in that relationship. That will save you a lot of stress. That will save you. It will save him as well. It will serve the both parties. It will save the family members. So there is need for you to have an open communication with that person you want to leave before you leave him or her, to avoid problem in the future. So that there is need for you to separate peacefully in a peaceful atmosphere. It avoid all this type of conflict in the long run. So that is the message I have for you today. So if you're coming across my video for the first time, feel free to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Remember to turn on that bell notification so that when I drop amazing videos, you'll be notified. So feel free to watch my videos. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate. So thank you so much, and see you on my next video, because it promises to be so amazing. And remember to watch my previous videos, because you will learn one or two things in those videos. So thank you for your time, and bye for now.